One of the reasons why vintage watches are so fascinating is because many of them have stories to tell about the past. Each vintage timepiece unveils a story about the watch, the person who wore it, or the passing of time. Many of the dials, cases, watch straps, and movements also tell a story. Maybe a watch has been well preserved, while others may have rust, a dent, or patina on them. Maybe one suffered an immersion into water, or a fire. Or maybe the watch was passed along generations, with each owner adding something more to it. Vintage watches support watchmakers and watchmaking. The history of watches began in the 16th century, where watches evolved from portable spring-driven clocks. This art form has been passed on from generation to generation, and even the biggest brands in history still use the same machinery, techniques, and watch parts that have remained the same for hundreds of years. The vintage watch world comes with hundreds and hundreds of watch models from so many exciting watch brands. You have a choice not only in terms of design, but also when it comes to movement, features, and the purpose of the watch. From elegant vintage designs to playful watches or military divers, the vintage watch market comes with choices for every taste. I'm pretty sure, like many of you, I'm not a big fan of this new trend of big bulky watches that has been going on for some years now. Vintage watches used to be more classy, and men could wear a 34 to 38 millimeter watch without worries. Nowadays, some brands don't even produce dials with the diameter smaller than 36 millimeters, even for women, which can be challenging for a lot of people. If you have small wrists, vintage watches will definitely appeal to you for sure. Also, keeping up with fashion trends can sometimes be too much for many of us, and that is why having a timeless watch will save you a lot of hustle and also get you a lot of attention. This Rolex dates back to the early 70s, purchased through a gray dealer. Sadly, I have no clue the history on the watch, where it has been, what has happened while it has been worn. I like to imagine something exciting. Perhaps a spy wore it, or a military soldier who saved the platoon from invaders while wearing this watch. The Movado scene here has been passed on generation to generation, making me the third owner of this charming timepiece. The gold case with the Rios brown leather strap and contrasting stitching is the perfect combination. Yes, this watch is small, but guess what? It wears incredibly comfortable, fits under a cuff, and looks great. Either way, vintage watches offers a charm and story that new modern watches don't. Vintage watches are timeless, they could spark conversation, often have an emotional connection or historical significance. They are always in style and great for everyday wear. I do not think that buying a vintage watch means you have to spend a fortune. There are many affordable options available offering stylish timepieces for any buyer.